Okay, guys, let's get started. So a few of you, I don't think have been to the 40-minute class before. So it's 40 minutes, splitting the class up into legs, upper body, and full body. And we usually finish with a bit of core work or posture. So I said on Tuesday we ran out of time. Oh, here's one more. I said on Tuesday we ran out of time, so it's going to be a good bit of posture at the end today. So, and our warm-up is going to be an extended warm-up, almost like a body weight circuit, just to get really nice and warm before we start adding our weights. Okay, guys, so let's get started into our warm-up. If there's any latecomers, it'll happen. Good to go. So, as always, warm-up sequence to start with. Take those knees up in place, just warming up those hips. And we'll gradually build up there. You won't need anything special today, just your weights if you've got them, some water, and a towel. Open up that hip, little circles with one hip. Sorry, I'm trying to set my clock here. And the other side. So out and in with the hips, open the gate, close the gate. Oh, stiff. Good, little jogging spot now. Start flicking up those heels at the back, warm up the knees. And then take those knees up in front slightly. Back to those heel flicks, a little bit higher now. Warm through those knees. And a bit higher the knees in front. Pumping the arms now a little bit higher with those arms. Nice and light on the toes. Back to heel flicks. And super fast with high knees now, a little fast feet. Into a little jumping jack. Nice and light on the toes. Open the upper body now. Nice big exaggeration with the arms. A few more jumping jacks, guys. Good, keeping the hips forward. Little torso twist, as we always do. Loosen off that lower back. As it loosens off, come a bit further behind. Good, body weight squat, guys. Hands behind the head if you want. So into your normal squat stance. Nice, slow and controlled. Feet are nice and flat. Keep the torso up straight. So from the side, try not lean forward too much. Keep it nice, control in your squat. Stopping at just about parallel. Couple more squats, guys. Good, into our lunge next. So little step lunge, drop the back knee. Alternate the sides, warm up through those knees. If the lunges aren't good for anyone, just into your normal squat. You can add the twist as always. Into your back. Turn on the core for balance, I should have said. Crab walks next, guys. Into that little half squat position. Feet are nice and flat. We're activating through glutes and quads. So just feel this right in the glutes. If it's too much, stop, take a rest, and then back into it. Just our warm up, remember. Just try to warm these muscles up. We're not into full workout mode yet. Couple more. Good, into our all fours position on the floor. Arching up through that upper back. You want your hips stacked over your knees and shoulders over our wrists. Pushing up between the shoulder blades. Dipping the chest, looking up. Warming through the upper spine. Deep breaths in After a few of those, into a little twist. Arm behind the neck, open up that chest, keep the knees close together. Get a nice twist in the upper back now. Four or five one side, then switch the sides. Pointing that elbow to the ceiling. Mountain climbers, guys. Driving in the knees, keep your shoulders over your hands. Starting to get that heart rate up now. Driving in the knees, squeeze the stomach. See if we can get 20 seconds here. Come to your knuckles if you need to. Go slower, faster these. Getting nice and warm. 3, 2, 1, same position. We're winding with the feet. We're going to go for a little arm raise. Little Superman. Drop to the knees if you need to. Arm up beside the ear. Nice and warm for the shoulders. Go for one more each side. Good. Big shoulder circles. Warm through the shoulders. Almost there. It's a nice long warm up, and then we can go straight into the weights. Big shoulder circles, big swings backwards. And across the chest, open up the chest. Right, guys, good to go. Have your water handy, get your weights ready, grab a towel if you need it. I'm just going to check everyone's in. Okay. No problem. Right. So, first one, grab your weights now. We're going to start with legs. We're starting with a never-ending squat. So as the name suggests, we're into our squat stance, and it's almost like one long rep. So into our squat stance, we're coming down, but then we're never come full all the way up, okay? So keeping the tension constantly on that legs, keep the weight close to your chest, all the way down. After about 5 or 6 of those pulses, you might need to take a rest, reset, and then come back in. So adding your weights for that one. After that, we're going for a stiff leg deadlift. So stiff leg deadlift, depending on how heavy your weights are, we're going for double feet. So we're down, hinging at the hips, push the bum back, keep the legs nice and straight, squeezing the hamstrings, and squeeze the glutes at the top. Coming down, nice hamstring stretch, and then up. Okay, you can do this one leg as well. So work my left leg here, opposite arm with the weight. I should have said as well, you might have started this already, you can do active rest while I'm going over the exercises, or you can just get your rest and optimize your rest for doing your exercises. Okay, let's get started. Talking too much. Getting started with that never-ending squat. In about 5 seconds, guys. So normal squat stance, add in weights if you have them in 3, 2, 1, coming down. So coming down to your full squat, but then only about halfway up. So we're creating constant tension in that leg, but it's controlled. It's not just a bob up and down. It's controlled up and down, nice and slow. So you're coming up to that, almost that mid-range. Feet are nice and flat. We're not rolling onto our toes. Feet are flat. Starting to seize up for me. So we're working for about 45 seconds to 60 seconds per exercise. Last 10 seconds, never-ending squat. Keep the tension in the legs. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather while we switch. So next up, we've got that stiff leg deadlift. So we're stretching hamstrings, squeezing glutes at the top. Ready to go in 5, guys. So keep the posture good. Nice tall posture. 3, 2, 1. Sit the hips back. Stretching off those hamstrings. And then when we come to the top, we squeeze the glutes. So squeeze hard into the glutes. Nice straight back. So what we don't want is rounding of the spine. All the movement is initiated from pushing the bum backwards, keeping that nice good posture and squeezing glutes. So those variations, one leg, switch every couple. So if you're going for the one-legged one, my weight's in my right hand, I'm working that left leg. Last 20 seconds here, guys. Other variations you can do, if you've got a foam roller, is you can push that one back, keeping that back leg straight. You can use a broom instead. Oh, balance. Just stretching off that hamstring at the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active rest or recovery. We've got a bonus exercise, guys. We're going into glutes. So glute bridges on the floor. Normal glute bridge, heels just out of reach of your hands. We're coming up with the glutes, up with the hips, sorry, squeeze the glutes as hard as we can, and down. Getting ready to go with these, guys. If you want to make it harder, feet together on the ground. What do you call that? Butterfly? Getting ready on the ground, guys. 3, 2, 1. So normal glute bridge, or I think these are called butterfly glute bridges. So what you want to do is keep your shoulder blades on the ground, or you're just lifting those hips up and you're squeezing glutes as hard as you can. So these 3 exercises we're doing, they're hitting hamstrings, they're hitting quads and glutes, all areas of the legs. Hips up, squeeze. You can add a weight here if you want to. Add a bit of resistance. Good, guys, keep it going. Drive the heels into the ground, squeeze up. 10 seconds. Make sure you're pausing at the top. Squeeze the glutes. If you're not feeling the glutes, you're probably feeling the hamstrings a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Active rest recovery, guys. So if you want to grab your rest, take your rest. Or a little active recovery, you can do a jog in the spot. You can do boxing. You can even do squats if you want to. Jumping jacks, anything you want. I'm going to take my rest because I never stop talking. We're going about 20 seconds, 25 seconds maybe. So we know the 3 exercises now. Working good through that squat. Try the variations for the deadlift. Remember, we're stretching hamstrings, squeezing glutes, and then we're finishing on our glute bridges. 10 seconds, guys, getting ready to go. Start with that never-ending squat. If you've got more than one weight, you can add those. Ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. Coming down, guys. So only going halfway up, going to full depth. But remember, don't slump into the squat at the bottom and let your lower back ground. Keep constant tension through the legs. So maybe it's just that lower portion or up and down. Torso's up nice and straight. Keeping feet nice and flat. Keeping it going, guys. Keep the knees pushed out. Depending on what you're used to with your squat stance, you might be a bit more narrower than me. Maybe you're wider than I am. Maybe you can play around with different squat stances. See how that feels if you want to make it harder. 5 seconds left. Legs again sore. 3, 2, 1. About 10 seconds to switch into your stiff leg deadlift. So remember, posture is good. Hinge with the hips, squeeze glutes at the top, stretching hamstrings. 3, 2, 1, shoulders back. Good posture. So we're not locking out the knees fully, tiny little bend in the knees, but we're wanting to stretch those hamstrings. Will depend on your mobility, how far you go. Some people will be able to reach the floor and not really feel their hamstrings. Then the main thing, we're coming up, we're squeezing glutes to the top, or we're going for that one-legged one, weight in the opposite hand of the leg you're using. Try and keep that back leg long and straight. Your core is tight for balance if you're going for this one. And try not bend that front leg too much. A lot of things to think about for this one. Good, guys. Last 10 seconds. Remember, we've got our glute bridges next. That is either the butterfly variation with your bottom of your feet together, or the normal one. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1, relax in there. Coming down to your glute bridges. Ready to go in 5. So I'm going to go for those ones together. So from the front there, feet together. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Squeeze the glutes to the top. So you'll probably feel, if you're going for this variation, you will feel it in the glutes a lot more probably. This one, kind of working hamstrings also. Think about where you're trying to work. All glutes, squeeze the bum. Try taking it away from the hamstrings. Quite often in sports, when you get a hamstring injury, it's usually because you're underutilizing your big glute muscles and your hamstrings working overtime. So these exercises, if you're into your sport or anything, perfect for getting mind-muscle connection with your glutes. So they're taking over. Last 10 seconds of glutes. Remember, squeeze at the top, 1, 2, and down. Adding your weights here if you want to, on your hips. Last leg exercise. 3, 2, 1. Active rest, guys. Jog on the spot, anything. We're going for upper body now. So, first one, we won't need the weights for the first one. We're into a push plank. So, we're down in our push-up position. Shoulders over our hands. Tight with the tummy. What we're looking for is coming down to our plank and then pushing out one side. Coming down the other side, pushing up the other side. Okay, so you can go quite fast for these from the front. Looks like that. Drop to your knees if you need to. Should have that one. Next up, working shoulders. Hopefully you've got weights at home. We're coming weights up to the side, elbow out to the side at about 90 degrees, pushing above the head and down to the side of the ear. Nice, slow and controlled working shoulders. About 4, 5, 6 reps per side, and then switch. If you've got 2 dumbbells, you can go for that. Ready to go, guys. I'll give you a variation for that too. Starting with our push planks. In about 5 seconds. So either start in the push-up position or the plank position. 3, 2, 1. Pushing up. So working 45 seconds here. Try keep those hands underneath the chest. So we're working chest and triceps. As always, if you need to, drop to those knees. Takes the pressure off the upper body a little bit. Should be feeling it in the stomach as well. Good core work. Remember, alternate the sides that you're pushing with. Good, guys, last 10 seconds. Try not dip the hips too much. Keep them straight to the floor. 3, 2, 1. About 10 seconds to switch into your shoulder press. So kneeling shoulder press, or you can go for, if you've got smaller weights, you can go for a lateral raise, or just a normal push-up. Ready to go, guys, in 3, 2, 1. If you've got 2 dumbbells, weights out to the side, really extend at the top, just come down to 90 degrees at the elbow. The variations, if you don't have weights, maybe get some Small hand weights, you can do lateral raises, working into the shoulders, or just a normal push-up, but wide. Wide push-up. You can do a decline push-up if you want to put your feet up on something. So any exercise that's working your shoulders, guys, go for it at home. Another one at home if you don't have weights is that top plank one we did in the warm-up, which is up here. You'll feel that loads more in the shoulders than you would a push-up. So drop them to the knees if you need to. Anything you feel working your shoulders. Remember to switch sides at home. We've got about 15 seconds left of shoulder press. So if you've just got the one dumbbell at home, make sure we're evening up the sides. Last 5 seconds. Nice, slow and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, guys. Oh, active rest recovery. Or grab your breather like I am. Quick water break. 30 seconds rest. Then we're going back into those push planks. Good, guys at home going for that active rest. Well done. Ready to go again in about 10, 15 seconds, guys. So we're starting with that push plank, working upper body, obviously. Getting ready to go down on the mats. Starting in push in the plank position or your push-up position. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Try to keep the hips down. Hands under the chest when we push up. And then alternate the sides that we're pushing up with. I pushed up right with my side that time. I'm going to take the left in this time. What I'm saying about the hips is when we push up, try not alternate, open up the hips. Try to keep those hips pointed to the ground. So you're solid through that stomach. Nice straight line. Keep it going, guys. Last 10 seconds, push planks. Shoulders will be reeling. 3, 2, 1, quick breather. So loads of variations for the shoulders. So kneeling shoulder press, 2 arms, 1 arm. You've got that plank with an arm raise. You've got the wide push up, decline push up. Ready, go in 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. So elbow out to the side, about 90 degrees in that elbow if you're going for shoulder press. Fully extend at the top, shrug up, and back down. Oh my God. Haven't done shoulders in a while. So core's nice and tight as well. If we're kneeling down, try not overextend our back here. Keep everything in line. So shoulders in line with my hips, down to my knee. If you're watching yourself on the side on your camera as well, you shouldn't see the dumbbell go in front here. It should be hidden like mine is from the side of your head. Keep this going, guys. Last 10 seconds now. Remember, even up the sides. 3, 2, 1. Active rest recovery, guys, or get your rest. Next up, full body round. We're going for an inchworm to start with. So if you've not done the inchworm before, it's very similar to what we do for walkouts. Depending on how much room you've got, we'll see how much you get in. So inchworm, we're hinging from our hips to start with, coming down to the ground, walking out, and then we're walking the feet up towards our hands. This will depend on your mobility again. When we get to this point, we're walking out again. I've obviously ran out of room, but then we're going backwards, walking back to your starting position. So if you've got a mansion at home, you can walk all the way to the end of your hallway and back. After that, we're going for our squat to press. So grabbing your weights again, it's just one squat, coming up, pause, into a shoulder press. One squat, into a shoulder press. Ready to go in about 10 seconds, starting with those inchworms. So inchworms, working hamstrings, core, upper body, ready to go in 3, 2, 1, standing nice and tall, walking out, get a nice stretch in the hamstrings, squeeze in the stomach, and then walk that hands towards the hands. Walk that feet towards the hands, sorry. Back to your plank position, and there, back out. If you want to make this harder, walk your hands out further than your shoulders. So when I get to this position, I'm going to keep walking, keep walking, keep walking until I can't go anymore, and then back out. You'll get a nice stretch in the stomach. I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to do 1, and then back to my standing position. So depending on how much room you've got, you can go all the way down. You can do 3 in a row, but make sure you're doing them backwards too. So you want to make it harder, you're stretching the stomach there, and then walking up. So I'm walking back, big stretch in the stomach, and then walking up. Last 10, 15 seconds, guys. See if we can get one more in. Big stretch. 3, 2, 1, quick rest, about 10, 15 seconds. So next one is a squat, nice and slow, push, nice and slow. If you don't have weights, just do the squat and then just do the action with your arms. Ready to go, guys. Into your squat stance. Grabbing your weights if you want to in 3, 2, 1. Little squat, slow, pushing through the shoulders. Squat, push. So it's very similar to our squat thruster, obviously, but we're trying to think about squatting first, then pushing. Squatting first, then pushing, rather than full body movement, which is squat thruster. Okay? Squat, then push. Thinking about shoulders and legs. You can do this without. My shoulders are already tired from the upper body round. Right, Iain, 10 seconds. I'm going to squat those shoulders. They're gone. 3, 2, 1. Active rest or recovery. One more round of that, guys. We're almost there. So we're starting with those inchworms. Hopefully you got the hang of those now. Think about stretching in front of you if you want to turn on the core a little bit more. Ready to go in about 15 seconds. Keep that heart rate elevated if you want to. 5 seconds. Start with that inchworm in 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall to start with. Hinge at the hips, turn on the hamstrings. Big walk out right in front. Stretch that stomach. Take those feet in. Maybe you get to here and you've got to come up a bit. That's fine. And then we're walking back with those legs. Back up. I'm not very good at going backwards. 15 seconds left. Five seconds. Let's get one more in. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather. Squat to press. Last exercise of this, guys. And we're going a bit of core, a bit of posture. Almost there. Ready to go. In about 3 seconds. 2, 1. Come down. Nice slow squat. Control. Pushing through the shoulders. Again, you're probably tired through those shoulders. So if you don't have weights, you can go for that. Or if you want to, you can go 5 squats into 5 push-ups. Mix it up. So no weights, but you want to work that upper body still, maybe 5 air squats, then into 5 push-ups. Up to you guys. Whatever you want to do at home, whatever's best for you. Fully extend through the shoulders, nice and tight through there. 15 seconds. Little pause squat, remember. Make sure a little pause at the bottom. So we're controlling, we're not dumping into that squat. 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. You can still go for your active rest if you want to, but get a quick breather. We've just got the one core exercise today. So, don't think I've done this one in a while. It's a dead bug. So if you've not done a dead bug before, what we're looking for, great core and postural exercise as well. We are looking for lower back flat into the floor. Our knees are up at a 90-degree angle in line for hips. Our neck's on the ground. Our arms are up straight. Or you can take your arms away to start with. What we're looking for is extending one leg and then back up. Extend the other leg, back up. Okay, if you want to make it harder, the opposite arm, opposite leg go at the same time. Extend overhead, back up, exactly the same. Bit of a coordination. I'm actually not very good at it. Getting ready to go in 5, guys. So, start in that position. Lower back on the floor, knees up, arms up if you want. 3, 2, 1. Extend one leg, back up, extend the opposite leg. What we don't want is our lower back to start rounding as our leg extends. We want that flat back at all times. So you just go to the position where your leg can still keep that flat back and then take it back up. If you're adding the arms, left leg, right arm. You need to think about this one. And there. Okay. Almost there, guys. Last 5 seconds. I like doing this actually. Makes it easier for me. 3, 2, 1. Relaxing for about 15 seconds. We're going for one more round. I find that really tricky working opposite arms, opposite legs. But most important thing is we're keeping that lower back flat on the ground. So push out that stomach. Ready to go in 5. Knees are up again. Arms are up. 3, 2, 1. Extend one leg. Opposite arm if you want. Extend the other. Try to keep those heels up as well. So toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. I like to go like this, makes it easier for me. Almost there, guys. Should be relaxing the neck. I'm looking at everyone on the screen. Well done. Let's go for one more each side. 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Right. Posture stuff. First one is going to be a Y. So if you've got hand weights, very small hand weights, even a kilo, half a kilo, a tin of beans, you can hold those. What we're going to start with is bringing those shoulder blades back. This is what we're looking for. Shoulder blades back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, but we're on the ground. Arms are up at a Y position, like the YMCA. Thumbs are up towards the ceiling. We're coming up, we're squeezing and hold. 1, 2, and back down. 1, 2, and back down. Working for about 30 to 40 seconds. Getting ready to go in 5, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you've got somewhere nice to lie down. Thumbs up towards the ceiling, squeeze and take the shoulder blades back. Hopefully you can see me. I'm running out of room there. So arms up wide, squeeze the shoulder blades back. But extend the leg, keep the forehead on the ground, squeeze at the top. Make sure you're getting a little pause, squeeze the shoulder blades. If you're adding hand weights, it's going to be super hard. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather. We're doing exactly the same, but we're going to this position. So it's kind of like a W, that's what they call it. This kind of position, thumbs back again. Exactly the same, W position, back. You'll feel this right in the middle of the shoulder blades even more. Ready to go in 5, exactly the same, but in W position. In 3, 2, 1. So we're almost driving with the elbows this time. And we're bringing those shoulder blades back and we're squeezing. Try to keep the forehead on the ground. Squeeze and hold. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. Good. Right to the end, guys. Last 5 seconds of W's. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. Last one is going to be eyes. So our arms down there. Instead of pointing the thumbs this time, we're pointing the palms. So we're down on our face again. Sorry, all lying down. This one, we're bringing the shoulders back like this, and then we're raising the arms. So you call these eyes, pencils. Ready to go in 5. Another 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Last postural exercise. Shoulders are back. So important, these exercises. Like I always say, if we're sitting at a desk all day, especially locked in at home, we're probably not using proper ergonomic. No, that's not the right word. Desk furniture. And our posture is getting poorer. All these exercises will help. Raise those arms, bring back the shoulders. You probably feel this in the arms also, in the triceps. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. Good, so that's all 3. We're going to run through them. Double time, Y's, W's, I's. And then we're finished, guys. Quick stretch and we're done. Double time, 20 seconds per each. Straight into the next one. Starting with the Y's, guys. YMCA. Ready to go in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up to the ceiling. Squeeze and hold. 1, 2, and back down. Drive those thumbs up. Let's get 2 or 3 more. Then we're switching to the Y's. Sorry, W's. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather. Straight into your W's. 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Shoulder blades back. Squeeze them together. So you're pinching those shoulder blades together. If it's too uncomfortable for anyone, always stop. Take a breather. Don't feel like you have to keep up with me. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Last 5 seconds, W's. 3, 2, 1. Little break into our eyes. Last one, 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Raise those arms. Shoulders are back. Cueing that good posture. You can even raise your chest a little bit if it helps to bring those shoulders back. 10 seconds. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, guys. Well done. Another one down. Let's go for a little stretch. Straight into your child's pose. Drop that forehead to the ground. Bum towards your heels. Open up the legs. Nice deep breaths into the stomach. Good, into your cat cows again. Nice stretch up between the shoulders. You'll need that after this one, after that postural round. Big arch, drop the chest, looking up. Big arch. Switch in your own time. Next up, stepping forward with that low lunge. Switching in your own time. Next up, glutes. So, like I was saying, that pigeon pose if you want to. It's good for me today. Or you're on your back. Take the knee in towards your shoulder. Open up that hip. Or you can do these standing up. I've added these now into your little kind of tree kind of pose. So my knees crossed over. I'm stretching off that out your hip. Switching sides in your own time, guys. Hamstrings next. So, little forward fold. You can do it one leg if you want, or 2 legs. Little forward fold. Keep the back nice and straight. You can reach forward for the toes if you want to, but don't bend and hunch over. All you're doing there is flexing the spine. So let's keep upright, keep good posture, stretch the legs. Breathe into the stretch. Then open up the chest, grab the mat behind you, little stretch across the shoulders and into the arms. And relaxing there, guys. Another one down, bang on time. Everyone fine? Oh.